Hey, what's going on, guys? You got an ignition module on an internally mounted Honda distributor you're trying to remove and replace? Electronic ignition module is the black box right there underneath the tip of the distributor. Well, first thing to do is get your cap removed. You can leave the coil in place, and it's got 3 wires right on top. You got to remove them along with 2 screws. There's one right there and one right there. You can see it right there in the corner. Alright, let's get those removed and we will get that sucker replaced. 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, once you got your electronic ignition module out of this distributor assembly, I said, if you're patient and you got the right tools, you don't have to take off the rotor button, you don't have to take the coil out or anything like that. You just got to have the right tools and be patient. But now we're going to switch it out with the replacement. And there it is right there. Oh, I'm sorry, it's got 4 wires. And just swap your wires out one at a time. We're going to get those swapped out now. Alright, guys, got you mounted here on the stand. We're going to try to get these wires swapped out on that ignition coil assembly and get it back in there for you all. Like I said, take your new one, swap these wires out one at a time. Let me grab a pair of needle nose, just so the job's a little easier here. You definitely don't want to get these wires, crossed or mixed up. That would be a big no-no. I'm not doing that. So what we're going to do, we're just going to sit here and do them one at a time. This isn't a race. It's about efficiency and doing the job correctly. These last 2. One's yellow on the end, and one's got a rubber boot right there on the very end. So I know those. I'm not going to get them mixed up. And there we go. The wires are back in there. Flip it back up under the rotor button. Install your coil wire back on. Let's get we need a little bit of dielectric grease, because this old one, probably part of the problem, didn't have no dielectric grease. 1 second, guys, go get some dielectric grease, be right back. Alright, guys, got some dielectric grease here. I said you use it on your spark plug boots, your coil connections, and we're going to put a little bit right there on the back side of the electronic module. I'm going to flip it back up out the way. Put some on that plate. Put some on this side as well. And wipe that little bit off on our fingers. Let's see, it will flip right underneath that rotor button if you do it gently. And right back up into place where it goes. Going to grab one of the screws here. Stick it back in the rotor button assembly. I'm sorry, the electronic module assembly. Grab a screwdriver. And very carefully slide that puppy into place. Got one screw started. I'm going to switch to a really small stubby screwdriver to get this other one. In this case, having a magnetic screwdriver, you know, can work against you because you're trying to pull the screw out. And there's the bottom one tight. And there goes the top one. And there you go, guys. That's how you replaced your bad electronic ignition module. So you can see, you can see where the grease dried up on it. It doesn't appear to have any burnt marks on it. It doesn't even appear to smell burnt. Like I said, but this thing had very, very weak spark. I mean, I could hold it with my hand, you know, and it wasn't even throwing me off or making me scream. That's how weak of a spark it had. Now we just tuck the gasket back in place with the distributor so it doesn't leak. And it's got little grooves right here underneath that it sits in. And you definitely want to make sure you get it in. Because if not, it will leak on you guys. And we definitely don't want that. And it's a good thing I got this thing done when I did, because I hear thunder's coming. It's gonna storm. Yes, it is. Right now, let's get all three of them hand tight. We'll go back and tighten them up. Have to have very flexible hands. There we go. I got all three of them started. Tell you what, let me go ahead and grab a ratchet, get that one on the bottom. That one on the bottom is not exactly the funnest to get to. Yeah, it's not hard, but you know, it's not fun. But as I've always said, working on vehicles, it's only hard if you make it hard. I don't care if that's doing a heater coil behind the dash. That's a 12-hour job on I don't know, we'll say a Lincoln Town Car. Yeah, it's going to take you all day to do that puppy. And then some, especially if you ain't never done one. I don't care how many videos you watch on YouTube. That puppy's going to take you all day. All right. There we go, looks good. Alright guys, that's how you replace your electronic ignition module on an internal coil assembly on a Honda Civic or Accord. And yes, depending on the year, the internal ignition module is different. I'll show you all the difference. 1 second. This electronic ignition module, this black one, this is for a OBD1, meaning a mostly 95 and older Honda products. From, you know, like 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. That's an OBD1, you know, on your scan tool. That's the electronic ignition module for OBD1. This Hitachi one is your electronic ignition module for OBD2 Honda. It mounts in there almost in the same spot, but this one is like $60 at your auto parts store. This one is around 15 bucks. I do have several Hondas. This type goes in the other type because it's a 99. But anyways, well, there you go, guys. That is how you replace your electronic ignition module on your internal coil assembly distributor on your Honda VTEC, 4-cylinder, because it can be different on the non-VTEC depending on the year. But anyways, that's for another video. If y'all felt this video was useful and it helped you out in any way, please give me a thumbs up, leave some comments below, and if you're not subscribed to the channel already, please do so. Y'all have a great day.